Terrific night. I mean, simplest way to put it, I mean, he shot the ball well from the perimeter. He was aggressive when they went under pick and rolls and made them pay, but also, didn't settle too much and was aggressive attacking the paint and getting to the basket. Only 2 free throw attempts is a little surprising because he got hit it several times going there. 27 field goal attempts and whatnot, but he was great in all areas. In terms of being aggressive, looking to score the ball.
Hey, coach, over here. Is this what you have in mind, perhaps, for an 11-man rotation with LeBron and AD getting about the minutes they got, and then just figuring out the rest?
Not really. I mean, we're gonna see how things go over the next few weeks. We'll work Keith in, at the right pace, and just continue to try to get his feet wet, and just manipulate the other pieces game by game. You know what I mean? And sometimes that could be an 11-man rotation right now. Sometimes it's gonna be 10 or 9. We'll take it game by game.
Frank, I know other guys had highlights, but Alex, with between the legs dime and the block of Lonzo, what kind of energy did that bring your group in those respective moments?
He was terrific. He definitely gets a game ball tonight. Those plays you alluded to just really energized the group. I know they energized the crowd, which in turn also energizes the group. But he moves the needle. You know what I mean? He delivers offensively. I mean, the more impressive thing to me is 8 assists, 1 turnover. And great decisions when he gets in the paint. That's one of the things we're trying to, make sure he's doing at a high level that he struggled with early in his career, is his decisions in the paint. And, he was terrific in that regard tonight. But also, when he's doing that and making the deflection plays that he makes and, all the energy plays, the between the legs pass like you alluded to, definitely a huge part of our win tonight.
Frank, LeBron's numbers are awe-inspiring. Night in, night out, night in, night out. How do you normalize that as a coach when you look at the guy tonight shoots over 60%, almost 50% from the field? Are you still able to kind of soak it in and go, okay, I can still make this guy better? Or how do you process that?
Sure. I mean, we coach him like we do everybody on the team, in terms of the accountability pieces and everything he's doing from an execution standpoint. The number one thing is not his stat line or anything. It's winning the game. So we'll continue to coach him, and he uses what he needs and finds his ways and his opportunities to impact the game that only in a way that only he can. So he's delivering special performances for us all season long. We don't take it for granted, and we are where we are in large part because of what he does on a night-in, night-out basis.
Frank, I'm curious throughout the season and also tonight what Danny Green brings to the team on the defensive end.
Well, IQ, intelligence is an underrated part of defense, and he's always in the right spot. He's got great toughness and size, and he's got a great ability with his instincts to deflect the basketball. And he has strong hands. So I mean, you get a lot of those scrums in the paint. You see him stripping balls and coming up with loose balls and things like that. Obviously, he's one of the best chase down block wings in the game, and he's great at contesting threes as well. So, definitely a huge part of our defensive effectiveness this year, and was that way tonight.
Right. There was a stoppage in play, and you guys went to the bench, and AD was kind of having left arm, left hand, shoulder, elbow. Can you just tell what happened there with AD?
Yeah, he actually he told me he hit it on the prior play, I guess the offensive play, and it was sore, but he's still running back in transition, and then comes back and gets that remarkable block. And the combination of the two hits just made it sore for a little bit. We were going to take him out. We had Kuz ready to go in, and with a long timeout, by the end of the timeout, he felt it was ready to go. So just a sore elbow.
Frank, you mentioned wanting to work through different combinations and see things over with your rotations. How much of whatever it is, a lineup or a combination of it, do you feel like you need to see before you get out of it what you're looking for?
It's just a feel. Certain things I may want to see see them play out. Regardless of how it's going, whether it's going well, not going well. Certain things you feel like you need to change to, if you're going to catch the game from sliding away. And the good thing is we've always got guys on our bench that we feel can change the momentum of the game.
Is there like a certain sample size that you need before you can find that kind of useful in that way?
Specifically, what do you mean, like in
Just
terms
like
of
whether it's a lineup combination, 2 or 3 guys together, whatever it might be, because as you try to figure this stuff out, I'm just kind of curious how much of it you need to see before you kind of believe that it's either a good or a bad.
Well,
idea.
it's really a case by case thing. You know what I mean? The whole season long is trying different combinations, collecting data, collecting a feel for what it looks and feels like from a basketball standpoint, and and continuing to process it. But I think it's a season long thing, and then certain combinations. Obviously, we're running out of times with the amount of things we can try, but I don't think there's any finite number of games or minutes with that stuff.
Hey, Frank. 2 questions kind of that aren't super related. One, just kind of curious. You saw Zion up close for the first time, kind of what your opinion of him and what you thought of him. And then secondly, LeBron is shooting more threes this year than he ever has in his career. I was curious if you think that's by design or is that just kind of a natural progression for a player as he's tried to work on longevity and stuff like that?
I think it's let's answer the second question first. I think the whole league is shooting more threes than they ever have. I think every player in the league you can say that about, and it's a shot we're encouraging with him. I call him the best deep shooter on our team, and I think it's an important shot for him to take and to make. From a standpoint of defenses honoring that. You gotta make them pay if they're gonna play soft defense on you. You got to be able to beat them over the top. He's been doing this for a long time. It's not like this year. The 3 times we played against them, season 1 it was make him beat you over the top, and he beat you at the rim. Season 2 and 3 he began to beat you over the top. Starting with that final series in the Spurs when they were backing up, and he's continued to grow that part of his game, and he's got the ultimate green light to punish defense when they're not honoring him out there. In terms of Zion, I was crazy impressed with him watching him on film, on tape, and reaction's not any different in person. He's spectacular. He's a dynamic athlete. He's even with our length and terrific rim protection and size that we have, he was still able to get to the rim and score, I think, 29 points on us. 29 points. It's incredible what he's doing at such a young age, so early in his career.
Frank, just your impressions of Markieff tonight and how you were looking to use him during the game.
Yeah, we're going to work him in. He's one of those wings that has great versatility, 3-4. Sometimes small ball 5, sometimes play him at the 2, like Kuz. And, just another guy that can, play on the perimeter, catch and shoot threes, post, roll the basket, good basketball instincts, and got some toughness defensively. So we saw a little bit of a taste of that tonight, and we'll continue to grow him into that role.